Alright, what's up guys? How's everybody doing? I'm doing a little better myself now, finally. That I'm over the flu. I had the flu for the last 7 days. And it's been pretty terrible. It's about as sick as I've been actually in the last 26 years, which is how long it's been since the last time I had the flu. But after that long, I suppose I was about due for something, but it was rather unpleasant, and I hope everybody is doing well this flu and COVID and whatever season, because you don't want to get it, you don't want to get it this year. Ooh, cool, Phantom. But yeah, it's Christmas Day, and I hope everybody had a good one if you celebrate it. As I was riding over here through the neighborhoods, it looks like the hottest Christmas gift this year, or one of them anyway, was in fact electric scooters. I must have passed at least 15 of them before I came here and started filming, and I think that's pretty cool. I'm so excited about seeing many more of those on the road. Obviously I ride them myself, and I think they're awesome. I mean, there's no substitute for a Ruckus, let's be real. But, you know, an electric scooter, if you don't want to spend this much money, an electric scooter is an excellent way to go. I'm on Sands Avenue in the left lane, which is not a good place for a Ruckus to be, typically. But we're about to turn onto the boulevard, Las Vegas Boulevard, that is. And I've been cooped up in my house so long, just feeling bad, that even though I'm still kind of drained and worn out, I had to get out, get some fresh air, just see and do some different things. So I've been in bed for a week, and that sucks. You know, if you've watched the channel at all, you know I like to get out and do things, and I certainly have not been able to lately. So I'm happy to be out here in my happy place, soaking it up. Christmas is still a big thing, evidently, here in Vegas. I suppose it has been for as long as I can remember. Can't really think of any other places I'd rather be. Oh, I'm gonna miss this light, but we're going anyway. Because I got a Ruckus and I'm crazy like that. Alright, so it's a beautiful day. This is the nicest, warmest day we've had in like 2 months. I'm only wearing a hoodie right now, and that hasn't happened when I've been riding a scooter in like 2 months. Seriously. Like, normally I have to bundle up more than this. It's 71 degrees, I think, is what they said it was going to be today. Last week it didn't get out of the 40s. So, I mean, I think everybody's really loving this. I'm going to tell you something that's going on up here in a second, and it really makes me sad. But it is what it is. It's the nature of Las Vegas, I suppose. If we ever get up there, I'll tell you about it. Okay, so we're coming up on the Mirage. And what's so significant about that right now? Well, it's just been sold. The deal finally just went through. The gaming board approved it and everything. The Seminole group, the Seminole Hard Rock, bought the Mirage, and they're going to get rid of our beloved Volcano over here and put a giant glass guitar-shaped hotel where it used to be. So, like, the last great free show in Las Vegas is going to be gone now. And I really think that's sad. And what's worse is that the Mirage, I mean, should be sacred. I mean, all that you see around us right now is basically because of Steve Wynn and the Mirage. He built the Mirage in the late 80s. Excuse me. Still sick. A little bit. So he built the Mirage in the late 80s, And it changed the game. I mean, it changed the landscape of Las Vegas. It's the first modern style mega resort, and for that reason I believe it should be left alone. But the people whose money it is decided otherwise, so that's the problem with casino groups. They're always all about money. It doesn't matter how anybody feels about it. It doesn't matter who's losing their job or anything else. They don't care. Just give us the goddamn money. And that's one thing I've really always hated about Vegas, is casino groups are shit. I mean, they're all shit. Greedy sacks of shit. But, you know, it's their money. It's their property. They can do with it as they please. And all we can do is just kind of complain and wish we had our old shit back. But, yeah, God, it's a beautiful day. I'm so happy to be out of the house. Just, you know, I was in bed with my face stuffed in a pillow, just breathing my own sick germs over and over again for a week. And I really hate that. Man, I'm almost getting sweaty here. I mean, when I get up to speed, it's still cold because of the air temperature a little bit, but when I'm just sitting here, like, I want to take my sweatshirt off. You guys have probably heard by now that we're getting Formula One next November. There's going to be a race right here on the Strip. And Caesar's Palace announced a couple of days ago they have a $5 million F1 weekend Emperor's package where you can stay one of the villas, I guess, and you get all this VIP stuff and treatment and whatever else for the low price of only $5 million. I think that's a pretty good deal. So, I mean, if anybody wants to toss in on that with me, we can go ahead and do that next year. I think you can do 10 people for that price, so that's only $500,000 a piece. And I want to say that includes the race tickets and paddock entry and all that stuff too. So, I mean, really, it's a bargain if you think about it. So, yeah, comment down below. You guys want to put in on that? Let's do it. And we are just not getting through lights today. But whatever, it's so beautiful out. It's going to get cold again. We're going to get a couple more nice warm days, and then it's just going to get, you know, it's the nature of Las Vegas in December. It's cold. But I guess I talked to my dad this morning, who lives in Central Florida, and said that it was 28 degrees Fahrenheit this morning. It hasn't been that cold here since last week. And it hasn't been that cold there in probably 10 or 12 years. So, I mean, most of the country is frozen right now, so I'm not going to complain about it getting back down into like the low 50s next week for a daytime high. Alright, what in the hell are we waiting for? And why? Seems like an awful lot of people are trying to go to the Bellagio today. I know they have the Christmas display at the conservatory, but still. You guys ever been in the Bellagio conservatory? Have I posted any videos about that? I'm pretty sure I have. I know I've been in there with a camera at least a half a dozen times. Gosh, even in the shade right now, it's beautiful. And that seriously hasn't happened here in probably 2 months. Oh, cool, a garbage truck. I was afraid we were gonna be stuck in traffic next to something that smells terrible today. Oh God, it fucking smells terrible. I can still barely smell anything, and I can smell that. Try not to throw up in my helmet. So yeah, I mean, there's really no point to this video other than I just wanted to come out and get a change of scene and some fresh air, and I figured I'd bring you guys along with me. I know we've done this ride several times before, but for me it never gets old. I hope you guys still enjoy it. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you're enjoying it. To everybody that's been around for a while, thank you, obviously. I sure do appreciate you. We're closing in on 400 subs now, guys. And I think that's pretty good for a lazy old guy on a scooter. So thanks to each and every one of you. I almost didn't go out today because I'm still I just feel drained, you know? I just don't have any energy or motivation, but it's such a great day. I can't believe how beautiful it is. They've been so few and far between lately, and like, if you ride stuff, especially whenever you got good weather, wherever you are, go enjoy it, for God's sake. I mean, part of the reason that I don't have a job, sorry, I should have done the air quotes, is because on a day like today, if I had to work, I'd call in sick. I'd be like, sorry, I got a ride. Or, you know, not sick, but hey, it's a beautiful day, I'm gonna go ride my stuff. Sorry. Ooh, $11.99 breakfast at Tex-Mex Tequila Bar and Grill. I think that's a pretty good deal for the Strip. Although you can still go to that, what's it called, the Tides or whatever restaurant inside the Miracle Mile shops at Planet Hollywood. You can go there and get lunch still for $5. We're gonna go there sometime. I tried to go about a year ago on a Tuesday, and I was gonna take you guys along with. It was just, there was an hour and a half long wait to get seated. So I went to Panda Express instead, and spent 3 times as much money and got not as good food. Does it get any better than riding a Ruckus on the Strip on Christmas Day? I don't know, to be honest with you, but I mean, for me, I can't really think of anything else I'd rather be doing right now on a day like this. I heard we might be losing the Tropicana here soon, which would make me sad too. I mean, that's one of the last really old-timey hotels on the Strip, and I hear they might knock it down and make a stadium for the Oakland Athletics, or I guess they would be then the Las Vegas Athletics, to play ball in. They were going to get rid of the Rio and do that too, but I'd be really mad if they ever did that. The Rio's always been one of my favorite places. Okay, in a minute here, I got to get over to the left. I'm going to show you a couple of things that you may or may not have seen or known about. But right now, a lot of these other motorists don't seem to understand that I'm going as fast as I can right now, and that they need to get around me so I can get over. Yeah. We might have to get creative up here. No problem. Yeah, buddy. That's how you take care of that. Okay, see it? The Dream Las Vegas. They're making a lot of progress with that thing. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Yeah, the bronchitis is setting in nicely. Okay, so yeah, the Dream. You can kind of see it in the renderings. Should be a cool place. I'm interested to see how it turns out. It's kind of out of the way though. But then the Pinball Hall of Fame. I went to the old one years ago when it used to be on, what was it, Tropicana or Flamingo? I don't remember. It's been a while since I went there, but it's been here for like a year now. And we're gonna go in and check that out one day. If I don't know. I used to have a pinball, or my parents had a pinball machine when I was a kid, and I used to play that thing all the time. Okay, still no gas light. That's a good sign. She's been getting pretty good mileage lately, as I might have mentioned in a previous video, but it only goes 37 miles an hour now. I think my rollers weights are wearing down, because I'm always carrying extra weight on this thing, and I'm going uphill a lot, and even though it's only got 3,200 miles on it, I think that could wear the weights out. So I was hoping that Santa Claus would bring me a stage 1 kit for this, and maybe an FPV drone, but no such luck. I'm not sure if he knows where I live, because I didn't get anything from the guy this year, but whatever. I'd rather not have to buy my own stage 1 kit. I guess I'm gonna do the whole thing. The last thing I ever wanted to do was put a CDI on this thing, but I can't have it going 37 miles an hour either, you know? So I've been saying I always need to get like 42 or 43 out of this. So we'll see how that goes in the coming months. By springtime, I want to have it on there. I haven't been doing any DoorDash. I haven't been riding this thing a lot at all, except for when I need like a lot of groceries or something. I'll take this, or if I'm going to a restaurant or something, I'll take this. But otherwise, I've been just riding the electrics. They're so convenient, you know. I mean, this, like I mentioned before, this is definitely cooler, but you know, I mean, electric scooters are definitely the next best thing, and still very cool. I want to go to that America's Got Talent live thing too. I've met a couple of America's Got Talent finalists here, Tapeface and Piff the Magic Dragon. I've seen Terry Fader out at a public appearance before, but I didn't get to talk to him. My son and I used to watch America's Got Talent religiously when he was a young guy. And like that was our thing, summertime activity. Summertime is when I would get to spend the most time with my son when he wasn't in school, and that was just our thing for years. And I took him to see Piff actually at the Flamingo some years ago. We got to hang out. We got to go in early actually. You got to pay extra for that. But you go in and you hang out, and then Piff and he said it was his wife, the showgirl named Jade, and then his squire Francis, who's hilarious, and the dog, Mr. Piffles. We got to hang out with all of them. I got pictures of my son with the dog, holding the dog, and all that stuff. All of us together, Piff and Jade and everybody. Just super cool. I mean, the entertainment in Vegas, if you didn't already know, is absolutely second to none. That's why they call it excuse me. That's why they call it the entertainment capital of the world, and it lives up to that every day of the week. So if you've been thinking about seeing a show in Vegas, I mean, I've seen a handful of them, and I've yet to be disappointed. But the Piff show, Piff the Magic Dragon, that guy is so funny, and he puts on such a good show, and I would always wholeheartedly recommend that one. Uh-oh, it's the Jesus guys again. The wicked shall be turned into hell. How can you escape the damnation of hell? I don't know. I mean, I want to say at this point they've probably got a spot waiting for me. So I don't think I'm getting out of it, but maybe there's hope for you guys. I don't know if it's the Denny's or the Hard Rock Cafe that smells so good right now, but I'm getting hungry. And I don't have any money because I haven't been to work in over a week. Oh, they tore all this down already. The little strip mall thing, that's where this, I think they're building some kind of F1 thing there for the event next November. We'll go check all that out as it gets closer to time. Man, I've been waiting for a day like this for so long. Just come thaw out, soak up some solar radiation, roll down my favorite boulevard on my favorite vehicle. Actually, I guess we're rolling up now, we're going north, but you know what I mean. I must have missed at least 5 calls and a handful of text messages since we've been out. I was trying to catch up with everybody before we went out and rode, but it's like it never fails, you know. They always wait until I go out for the ride, and then they start blowing my phone up. Oh yeah, there's ice skating still up on top of the pool deck at Cosmo over there. I've been meaning to do that for a long time too. I love ice skating, and they only do it from I think it's like right after Thanksgiving until, well, I don't know, maybe New Year's, and then they shut that down and start getting it ready to be a pool again. But yeah, they do a lot of cool things here for the holidays, and I didn't participate in any of it this year. Oh, I've been to see Chris Angel too with my son. That was a really good show when he was at the Luxor years ago. Just being outside feels so good right now after the week I've had. I would have to say that probably next year and from now on, I'm gonna go ahead and get a flu shot. This is the second time in my life that I've had the flu, and both times it's been terrible. Like the worst I've ever felt in my life. So if there's a chance that getting a shot in the arm might prevent this from happening again, I think I'm willing to take the few minutes and just go sit in a chair and let somebody poke me in the arm. I'm not a fan of getting shots. I hate needles worse than just about anything, but I hate being sick too. This is a pretty good spot to get stuck if you're gonna. A lot of sunshine, a lot of scenery. It's a little too early for fountain shows, I guess. You might have seen them go off earlier. They test them every day before they start running them. I think they start running them at 3 in the afternoon or 2 in the afternoon. I don't know. I'll have to ask them one day. And again, you might have just seen that a second ago. When the sign says don't walk, don't walk. I mean, there's a reason for it. There are cars coming from so many directions here, and Las Vegas leads North America in pedestrian fatalities, and it's because nobody watches the damn walk signal. Oh wow, see, testing. Unless that's a show. I don't know. It is Christmas. Maybe they started the shows early. Yeah, that's a full-on fountain show right there. Try to get you some of that as we go by. This stinking van to get out of the way. Oh, Burbank Chevy. That's the one down the street from my old house. I was born and raised in Burbank, California, if you didn't know. I don't like sitting at that light, so we're gonna go ahead and run it. Although I don't recommend running red lights, especially in Vegas, but I'm an idiot, and the Ruckus gives me superhuman powers, so whatever, it's okay if I do it. Still no gaslight. That pleases me. Maybe we'll go downtown. I only have an hour on this card, this SD card, because it's my drone card. I was gonna bring my drone out today. It's a beautiful day for it, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway because the card I use for that is in the GoPro right now. So if we run out of space on the card here, you know, and I didn't get a chance to, if I don't get a chance to give you a proper send-off, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for watching this video and supporting the channel. I sure do appreciate you. Steve Aoki, New Year's Eve at Omnia. Steve's a pretty cool guy. I like Steve Aoki. I think he still lives in Vegas. I don't know. I haven't seen him in quite a while. And before anyone says, how do you know Steve Aoki? I've been a club DJ since I was 15 years old. That was 31 years ago. So I know a handful of famous DJs. I don't really DJ that much anymore. Once every year and a half or so, it seems like lately, but they still pay me gobs of money for it. I should probably just put more emphasis on that, but I'm so old now that I just feel kind of weird about it, you know? Oh, I think it was Donny Osmond that made a guest appearance at one of Piff the Magic Dragon's shows recently. They were showing something on the news about it, and man, that would have been the one to go to, huh? Couple of Vegas legends performing together. They brought him up on stage, and he did a song or two. I think that would have been awesome. Whoever went to the show that night really got their money's worth. But I went to a Joe Walsh concert here at the House of Blues at Mandalay Bay some years ago, and a bunch of other famous people were there. It was kind of like an intimate show. Ringo Starr of the Beatles, you might have heard of him or them, was in attendance with his wife, the James Bond girl, who still looks amazing for her age. And I couldn't believe it. I mean, my mother is an unbelievable Beatles fan and has been my entire life, and has stressed to me the importance and significance of the Beatles my entire life. So when I saw Ringo Starr at a Joe Walsh concert standing 2 feet away from me, and I said, "Oh my God, Ringo!" and he turned around and acknowledged my existence, and that was one of the highlights of my life. One of the Beatles has seen and acknowledged me. And I think that's pretty cool. But that's the kind of thing that happens here all the time. You could go to any random show and just all this extra stuff just happens. And it's incredible. It's wonderful. Vegas is awesome. If you've never been here, for God's sakes, come here. If you've never seen a show here, you probably should. Hey, roller skating. Cool. I've seen a lot more of that lately. I used to roller skate. I actually started DJing in a roller skating rink when I was 15. That's where I learned how to spin vinyl, and I've been doing it ever since. I still have a couple of crates of vinyl. Priceless artifacts from back in the day. Okay, so that's where we turned onto the strip earlier, if you'll recall. Maybe we should have gone back that way too, because it's looking even, excuse me, even more congested up this way. And I still haven't been into the resorts world over there, that new mega resort that's been open for a year and a half. And I live right down the street and I still haven't been there. Try and figure that one out. The old me, like the 10 years ago me, would have been, I wouldn't say the first one in there, but maybe like the 17th one in there, you know. I used to get so excited when they open new stuff here, and now it's just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Well, it must have been quite a drive from Delaware. That could be a rental car, though. Almost every rental car that I've ever had in Vegas has been from a different state. Oh, you see that big white Christmas tree over there? I wanted to go and fly the drone over at night. It's the Enchant Las Vegas. They have one here, and they have another one over at the Rio, I think, and it's just like the most spectacular Christmas display you've ever seen. And I wanted to come here one night, recently actually, and fly the drone over it, but then I got sick. And there's no way I'm going to come out when it's 38 degrees and I got a fever of 104. Hey, another Phantom. I think the Wynn has like 5 of them. And they're like $800,000. Hey, another roller skater, check that out. Cool. I hope that makes a comeback. I'm not saying that I'd necessarily do it again. Maybe I would. I don't know. I sure had my fun with it when I was a kid, though. And this, the Fountain Blue, is going to be a thing one day after only like 16 years. See, they patched up all the window holes, and it's got a sign on the outside of it now. And they say by this time next year that place is going to open. And I've been hearing that for a very long time, but it might actually be true this time. It's getting really cold over here, though. I wonder why that is. Oh, 38. Maybe this thing's not doing too badly. 39 maybe? Nah, I guess it'll still hit 38 if we got enough flat road ahead of us, but it should do 41 if you guys have seen that video. Sahara's looking all festive today. Yeah, I guess we'll go downtown. Who doesn't love downtown? We're probably gonna run out of camera before then, but I'm going anyway, and if you guys miss it, I'll take you back there again sometime soon. Trying to see if anybody's getting ready to jump off of the stratosphere. You ever seen that? They got that thing at the top. You can pay like 150 bucks or whatever and jump off the stratosphere if you're so inclined. I don't mind watching people do it, but I don't think I'm gonna do it myself. I'm not particularly good with heights, although I love hanging out at the top of the stratosphere, skypod. That's always been one of my favorite things to do around here. This is the road that I would normally turn on to get home. Ooh. Gonna have to run that red light too. Sorry, I'm going full speed. I wasn't about to slow it down. Oh, let me get out of the way here. Sorry. They have a crosswalk and I didn't honor that, and that goes against everything I believe in, and I'm sorry. And the Ruckus is really cooking today. Good job. Okay, we gotta go right or left. I was gonna go left at the last minute, but then the light turned red, so hope everybody's motorcycle gets taken care of there. I hate seeing two-wheeled brethren like that, but it looked like whoever was stuck was getting plenty of help, so oh, it's getting a little chilly now that we're going fast, or faster. Oh wow, the inside's not open of the pawn shop, just the window. I mean, they don't ever close, but you can't always go in. I figured they'd have been open today though, inside. Get over. The container park's always a really good time. Ooh, it's closed. Wow, I wouldn't have thought so. Figured for sure the container park would be open today. Alright guys, I guess I'm gonna wrap it up here because we're getting into the crusty part of town and I'm most of the way home now anyway, or much of the way home I should say. And I'm about to run out of SD card space anyway, so yeah. You know what though, we need a thumbnail. Let's see, trying to get a good shot of the thing like that. Maybe we'll try it that way this time. I was gonna stop somewhere scenic and park this thing and get a good thumbnail of it, but I'm tired. I've been sick for a week. This is the most I've exerted myself in that amount of time, and I'm kind of ready to go chill out now. Oh. So, yeah, what I was going to say earlier is we're getting into the crusty stuff now, and I'm almost home, so I guess we'll wrap it here. But I sure do appreciate you guys watching these videos more than you'll ever know. And thanks to all the new subs. Thanks to all the old subs. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday season. And I'll see you again soon.